Hello and welcome back to the NJCAA Network and NJCAA All Access. It's a new year, but the same hosts here on All Access. I'm Zach McKinstry.
And I'm Alexa Wesselman. And not only welcome to 2024, but welcome to basketball all the time. We've got most teams starting to get back on the court either last weekend or at some point this week. And what's going to be interesting is seeing how quickly teams can get back to their full playing form after the holiday break.
Yeah, plenty to catch you up on after our break and the teams that played over that holiday break. Here's our junior college basketball scoreboard. A lot has happened since we last spoke, with upsets galore across all three divisions. In Division I men's basketball, the biggest of which was number 2 Salt Lake falling to unranked McLennan at the Aztec Classic in Arizona for their first loss of the year, thanks to 25-7 from Highlander guard Nick Shagbonyo. Also at that invitational, Division II number 14 Pima snuck by Division I number 5 Snow by scoring 53 points in the first half to jump out to a 22-point lead. The Badgers closed the gap in the second half but couldn't overcome the deficit for their first loss as well. And to close out the Division I men's excitement, Cameron Thomas's go-ahead triple with 38 seconds left was the difference for number 21 Hutch as they defeated 17th-ranked Butler to start the new year. And right before that game tipped off, the Lady Blue Dragons got it done, dominating the number 3 Grizzlies 73-54 on the women's side. Elsewhere in Division I women's basketball, the unranked Casper Thunderbirds shocked New Mexico Junior College, putting up 98 points on the number 5 team. Number 10, Three Rivers, held the highest scoring team in junior college women's basketball to 79 in an upset win last Saturday. And number 20, Shelton State beat number 7, Pensacola State by 7 in the South Georgia Tech Holiday Classic. On to Division II, this game was played Tuesday night and it was a thriller. Number 4 South Suburban upset the number 1 seeded Parkland 95-86 in a chippy game that saw both benches get ejected in the final 3 minutes and 10 seconds, played with just 5 players on each side. Great competition between two great teams, and we'll see if they meet again this season. And last week, number 7 Ellsworth put up triple digits on number 4 Des Moines area in a 20-point victory. Plenty happened in the Division II women's landscape, and no, I didn't make a mistake. It is the same team on the graphic twice. Number 1 Kirkwood had a tough holiday break, losing to number 9 Lakeland in a tight one, and then got beat by 16 at Iowa Western on January 3rd to fall to 15-2. Number 4 CCBC Essex was handed its second loss of the year to number 13 Harcum, as the Bears won by 10 back in November and only by 4 this time around. Lastly, unranked Sullivan County held number 15 Niagara County to just 55 points in the upset win. The impressive win at the Division III level over the break was number 6 Herkimer, who beat Division II number 16 Monroe CC 71-67. And to put that into perspective for those that aren't familiar with the division structure in the NJCAA, a team with no scholarship players beat a ranked team with some scholarship players. Definitely an impressive feat and a big win for the Generals. Number 7 Northampton took down number 5 Montgomery County on the game winner from Nate Rivera with 6 seconds left. And to close out the scoreboard, it was a big couple weeks for Northland Pioneers women's basketball as the Pios knocked off 2 top 4 teams in 3 games as they try and secure their spot in the Division III rankings. Plenty of great basketball as the season starts to heat up and plenty of good matchups on the way. Here's Alexa with some good games to look at this weekend.
A lot that Zach had to get to in those previous games and a lot that we have to get to in the upcoming games. It's all basketball, and that's how it's going to be for the next couple of months. We're going to start with D1 men's. Number 3 Northwest Florida State facing number 14 Chipola. The Raiders are 17-1, and their only loss comes to number 2 ranked Daytona State. They are coming off a big win at home over Southwest Mississippi, beating them by almost 30 points. What a way to open up 2024. The Indians are 16-1, which is really strong as well. They can also boast beating opponents by double digits or more. Their closest game was against Miami-Dade, and they beat them by 5 points only. In D1 women's basketball, number 3 Gulf Coast State versus number 10 Pensacola State. This is Gulf Coast State's second match against a ranked team. They already beat Pearl River at the beginning of December, So this is a great opportunity for the Commodores to beat another top 10 ranked team. Pensacola State is having a great year with their only loss to a ranked Shelton State. They had a 14-game winning streak going into New Year's Eve weekend, but they also haven't played since that New Year's Eve weekend, so it'll be interesting to see how quickly they can pick back up their pacing. In D2 men's basketball, number 13 Mott facing receiving votes St. Clair County. The Bears are 13-1 and came back from the holiday break not missing a beat, winning against Olivet by almost 50 points. St. Clair is 11-3 and has a 3-game win streak currently, but a win against Mott would be a huge win for them. D3 women's basketball, number 6 Community College of Rhode Island versus number 14 Monroe College Bronx. CCRI is 7-3 while Monroe Bronx is 7-5. Both the Express and the Knights have moved up the rankings this season, so this game is going to be a good one to watch with implications. And those are just some of the top-ranked matchups that we're going to be watching over the next week. We're going to step away for a quick break, but after that, Zach is going to have a recap of the D1 Football National Championship. I know it's been a few weeks, so you might have forgotten some of the details. Stay tuned.
Intensity fuels these champion student athletes to greatness. Zurich Insurance is proud to be the official provider of student-athlete insurance for the National Junior College Athletic Association. Throughout the highs, we cheer along to their screams of victory. Throughout the lows, we support them through their tears of defeat. Zurich Insurance, helping student-athletes play the sport they love.
I have a little birthday message for you from someone too.
I heard you really love basketball. You're a good shooter and a good dribbler. Happy birthday, MJ, and I hope you enjoy your day.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Welcome back to NJCAA All Access. We missed you over the break, and while we were gone, we were in Arkansas, Little Rock to be exact, to watch our Division I football national championship. It was East Mississippi and Iowa Western, two great teams that duked it out for a national title, and it was the Reavers that came out on top to clinch back-to-back national championships. Here's what happened at War Memorial Stadium, starting with the first quarter. Iowa Western would open the scoring on this beautiful pass and catch from Hunter Watson to Bryant Williams, who flashes his concentration and body control, reeling it in and staying in bounds. Your favorite junior college sports host caught this video in the corner of the end zone, and after a missed PAT, the Reavers would kick it away up 6-0. Really nice composure there from Bryant Williams. Well, that 6-0 lead wouldn't last too long. This on the ensuing kickoff. Jalen York of East Mississippi cuts once, cuts again, and he is off to the races. A lot of room to run in Little Rock. He beats the last man and takes it 91 yards to the crib to give the Lions a 7-6 lead. Iowa Western mounted a great drive to respond, though, which culminated in a QB sneak for Hunter Watson on the tush push. He's shoved across the goal line and puts an end to the first quarter, 13-7. Second quarter, same score. EMCC has to punt it away and blocked by Jalen Pettis. Steaming off the edge like a locomotive, the South Florida commit set up his offense in Lions territory, and this would be the result. Bryant Williams, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns, this one untouched to lead 20-7 over EMCC. It wouldn't be the end of the first half scoring, though. Freshman phenom Jonathan Humple would punch this in one more time before the break to lead 27-7 at the half. More of the same in half number 2. Hunter Watson breaks a tackle and has his pants nearly ripped down. Doesn't stop him, though, racing 55 yards to the end zone for his 4th touchdown of the game. The Reavers would pile on some more scores late. This one from backup quarterback Chad Kearns to Latrell Bonner. And when your backup quarterback is making touch passes on fade routes to the back pylon, you know your team's pretty stacked. EMCC found out the hard way. Iowa Western claimed back-to-back national titles with this 61-14 win in Arkansas. So congratulations again to the Reavers and to players from both sides that got to play in that national championship game, many of which found their home after the game. EMCC quarterback Ty Keys committing to Louisiana Tech, and then Sam Houston State was the destination for Iowa Western quarterback Hunter Watson. So with football season coming to a close, let's take a look at the commitments of all of the top NJCAA football recruits. These are the top 4 NJCAA recruits this year, according to ESPN's Junior College 50. It's mixed around a little bit on other sites, but this is how it stands on the ESPN recruiting database. Wide receiver Deion Smith from Holmes committed to Ole Miss. Hutch linebacker Daniel Brown committed to Illinois. A guy that we watched in that national championship game in Arkansas, Kamari Copeland, committed to Virginia Tech. And defensive tackle Malcolm Acorn Crowder stays in Kansas, going from Butler CC to Kansas State. Now, I want to take a second to talk about Deion Smith. The Jackson, Mississippi native was the top recruit in all of Mississippi in the 2020 class. He committed to LSU, left in 2021 after getting a little bit of playing time as a true freshman, and had his coming out party this year at Holmes. 48 catches, 1,000 yards, and 12 touchdowns in just 8 games this year, earning All-American and now getting a shot back in the SEC under Lane Kiffin. He is going to be one to keep an eye on at the next level. Now, the 5 to 8 spots are where a bunch of question marks come into play. Texas A&M bounce back Chris Marshall hasn't decided yet after a phenomenal year at Kilgore. Ole Miss gets another talented MAC CC receiver in Marquise Willis from Coahoma. Another former Aggie wide receiver, Damon Dimas, had a great year at Garden City and hasn't made an official announcement, although it seems like it could be Nebraska. And then star D tackle Antonio Alfano from Lackawanna has committed to LSU. Alfano was the #1 overall recruit in 2019 when he committed to Alabama, but transferred to Colorado before seeing any playing time. Alfano left the Buffs and went to JUCO at Lackawanna, where he tallied 4 sacks in 5 games played. And you can tell by his official offers that he's definitely a disruptor as he bounces back to the SEC. So plenty of JUCO players to look for at the next level next year. Congratulations to all student athletes that committed to their new homes, and best of luck at the next level. All right, that's enough football for now, I promise. We're moving to rankings and basketball coming up after the break with Alexa.
What makes a life a good one? Is it our adventures? Or the friends we find along the way? Is it the challenges we conquer together? Maybe it's the people's lives we touch every single day. So, what makes a life a good one? You'll have to figure that one out for yourself.
Welcome back to NJCAA All Access. Now, you might think the rankings shouldn't have changed that much with the holiday break, but there's a lot of changes that we got to go over. So let's jump into it with D1 men's basketball. South Plains still leads the way, coming in ranked first, but some changes in the top 5. Salt Lake falls to 5th, Vincennes moves up to 4th. A big fall for Florida Southwestern. They go down to 25th, and Hutchinson jumps up to 17th. D2 men's basketball, Parkland maintaining their top spot. Des Moines area slides down to 7th. Kirkwood moves into the top 10, ranked 8th, as does Milwaukee area 9th. Iowa Lakes falls to 15th, and we have 2 new names on the board. Chandler Gilbert at 17th and North Arkansas at 20th. In D3 men's, Brookdale stays ranked first. Prince George's moves down to 6th, Montgomery County down to 8th, and Camden County gets a ranking this season for the first time, coming in at 15th. Moving into women's basketball in D1, Northwest Florida State staying put as the top-ranked team. Butler falls to 8th, a big jump for Hutchinson into the top 10 at 6th, and Three Rivers, they move to 7th. New Mexico slides down to 11th, and Mineral Area, they come up a couple of rankings. In D2, Johnson County taking over first place ranking from Kirkwood. Iowa Western getting that second-ranked spot, followed by Rock Valley. A few big changes to start off 2024. Lakeland moves into 9th, Union College 7th, Mesa falls to 10th, Palm Beach State jumps to 16th, and another 2 new names this week, Highland and St. Clair County. And we'll wrap it up with D3 women's basketball. Rochester stays put at the top, Owens moves into 2nd, and a new name takes over 3rd with their first ranking of the season, Northland. Riverland, who was previously ranked 4th, has fallen off the rankings board, so a little work for them to do to get back up there. And that does it for this week's rankings, and we're going to send it over to Zach, who has the first JUCO Gems of the new year.
Thanks, Alexa. Well, the good news about taking the break on NJCAA All Access was it gave us time to build up some top basketball plays for this week's edition of Junior College Gyms. Plenty of hoops in our JUCO gyms today, high flyers, thunderous blocks, but we start in southeast Iowa, where Indian Hills might be the buzzer-beating capital of the world. Devontae Hall down by 2, final seconds, and the one-legged tray is off the glass and in. It's the second game winner at home for number 14 Indian Hills this year, and it knocks down Southern Idaho 69-68, and the Hellier Center was rocking for the 12-3 Warriors. To New Mexico Junior College, tight game here against Temple, and Leo Torber throws it down with a vicious right hand. He puts the Leopards on a poster, and the Thunderbirds would go on to win 89-84 at home. Not too far away at Arizona Western, big-time chase-down block from A.J. Marmalejos. And then Cam Atkinson with numbers on the fast break the other way. Why not pull up and drain the 3? One more look at this block from Marmalejos as he skies from above to snatch that one clean, and then perfect from Atkinson on the other end. Lastly, it's Cohen Gonzalez. Oh my goodness, look out below. How about that slam? He's 5'9", by the way, and the Pima CC point guard just threw down a hammer. One more look at Gonzalez and this nasty poster, which wraps up our first Junior College Gyms of 2024.
The first JUCO Gems of 2024 in the books, and don't forget to keep sending us all of the highlights that you guys see across junior college sports, because we want to feature them.
Yeah, at NJCAA Network on Twitter or on Facebook. And we're so thankful that you guys are back here. Plenty more to come on All Access, but that's all we got for you today. So thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week.